subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Okay, let me see. Let's get Nathaniel in here. Nathaniel is an East African who pretends to be white for context. So when he comes in, just understand that. Nathaniel, what's happening, bro? Nathaniel, what is happening? I can hear you. What's going on with you?
What's up, Tariq and the FBA family? I just wanted to give you a shout out for addressing the ASAP Rocky situation. It's good to see him, have that not guilty verdict. It's very good because I don't want to see, our brother ASAP in those prisons for 12 years, which was what he was projected to get. And also, thank you for addressing your flip flop on how earlier during the Sweden situation, you're saying, ASAP, he needs to hold his own nuts. And then you saying, okay, that's because he's atoned for his sins, which is good. But also, one more thing. With ASAP, make sure you get him out of the criminal activities that he's been doing, because, this is the third or fourth time he's had a run with the law, and we don't need him in jail when he has, 3 or 4 kids on the way, or 3 kids currently. But I wanted to ask a reparations question. So we were talking with Ayanna Presley, which is the U.S. Congresswoman from, I believe, Boston, about how much freedmen are owed
Yeah.
reparations. So the average, as far as I know, currently, the average lifetime earnings for a white man today is about $2 million, right? And at the time, at the peak of slavery, right, or even cumulatively, there are about 2 million slaves. So if you times, I think it's 2 or 4 million. So let's just go with 4 million. So if you times 4 million by 2 million, which is the lifetime earnings of white Americans today, that's about 8 trillion, which is a realistic number for reparations. So where does the 40 trillion come from?
I never said 40 trillion.
Well, you put 30 trillion
I
in the
never said
ballpark, correct?
around
Your
15,
ballpark is
20 trillion. I said around 15, 20 trillion. I've never said 30.
yeah, isn't that too much, considering if we go based off the lifetime earnings of, say, a white person today?
This Doge, all of this money that they've been finding. Have you seen the money that they've been finding? They got like the Doge tracker tracking all of the money that's been saved from all of these USAID programs that they've been pulling back from. Have you seen the damn money?
Yeah, I want this reparations things to be over with, and I think it could be if you guys gave a feasible amount. You can't do 15 trillion. If you look at the U.S. budget today, it's about 6 trillion. So if you were to say, okay, let's base it off of a million per slave, right? That's about 4 to 8 trillion, which is a doable amount, but you can't do 15 trillion. So I'm confused on where that amount is
I don't
coming
want to hear
from.
about what's not doable. Man, these folks have been throwing money at all of these other groups, man. Hold on, I'm looking at Doge Tracker now. I'm looking at Doge Tracker now. Hold on. They done already within like a couple of weeks done itemized 55 billion damn dollars. This is in a couple of weeks, and they're still digging out money that's been just squandered and wasted. Man, we got the money. That 15, 20 trillion, that's not a bad number at all. That's not a bad number. And they can
But where does it come from? Where does it come from? It
these
sounds made
tax
up, though.
dollars, the same money from that USAID, all of this money, go to Doge.tracker. You can see, oh,
No, but where does the estimate come from? Why did you guys?
damn, you're not gonna you're not gonna sit here and act dumb. I'm telling you what to look up. You look up Doge Tracker, Doge.tracker. It's a live tracker following all the money. And I'm showing you where this money is coming from. This money is coming from all our tax dollars being funneled into all of these little programs for all of these little special interest groups except us. People like you, Nathaniel, you and your people, y'all getting this money. Now, is that why you kind of have a little contempt for reparations because now your folks are not going to be getting that USAID money? Is that what?
No, I support Black America. I'm
No,
not asking where the money is going to come.
no, because even the tone is hostile. I just want this reparations to be over. Everything is hostile. You don't really support it. You sound like you're just trying to figure out a way to sabotage it. You really don't want us to get reparations.
He did this to me too, Nathaniel, when I came in here a couple years back, gang. I ain't gonna hold you.
Mhm. But hold on, I get you.
Tariq, I'm not asking where the money is going to come from. I'm asking where does the estimate, your 15 trillion estimate, where does that come from? Like, why do you deserve 15 trillion?
Yeah, for all of us, why shouldn't we, sir? We literally built up all the wealth of this country, sir. We built this country up for free. All of the wealth came off of our backs. The banking system was built up from slavery. The insurance systems, the medical industries, the railroad industries, Wall Street, these multi-trillion dollar industries, all of this money was built off our backs. That 15 trillion, that's not asking too much at all. All right.
That's unarguable. What you're saying is unarguable, but why is it 15 trillion when, as I said earlier, the average lifetime earnings today for a white man is about 2 million USD. So if you use that 2 million amount in lifetime earnings and you apply it to the 4 billion slaves, that's only about 8 trillion. So why is it double that?
Because that money, the great thing is we deserve it. We're owed that. And to be honest, we actually owed more. We actually owed more. 15, 20 trillion, that's a start. We start there. But the great thing is that money will be recirculated into the economy and compounded, and it's going to stimulate the economy. See, that's the good thing with us. All of these other groups, all of this money that Doge tracking is looking after, that money was sent over to other countries, squandered by these janky leaders over in all of these foreign places. So yeah, that money has just went all to hell. We're not going to send the money to hell. We're going to use the money, build this economy, and have a robust society. Now, Doc, hop on in here, Doc.
How you doing,
Um,
Lizzie?
what's
How you
happening?
doing this morning?
I'm good, Doc. What's on your mind? You were interrupting earlier, but what's on your mind?
Um, I used to. I remember in high school when I was first researching Black history for real. I used to watch Hidden Colors,
Yep,
and it had you in there.
yep,
And I remember watching you talk about the Moors
yep.
in Africa and in Spain and all the great feats they did. And I remember feeling so empowered by that, gang. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, especially as a young boy, like just now learning about like Black history. Cause when your third eye open, it's a wonderful feeling. And
Yeah,
you know those resources and whatnot that you have, especially as a Black young man, you don't have a lot of Black leaders to look up to that are doing things like Hidden Colors on a
right,
daily basis, right? So for it just burns my soul up, now that and now it's died down a little bit, but a couple I think 2 years ago, it was during COVID or whatever. I came in one of your spaces and you was riding hard for the FBA thing. I'm not sure if I don't know what it is with that now, but you was really riding really hard for that. Um, and I came in and I was trying to talk to you. You feel me? I was just like dead ass, like because my parents is Jamaican. You
right.
feel me? But again, I with Fred Hampton like a mother. I would have been one of the first ones in the door for real, because I'm like that. But that being said, I came in there to talk to you and try to be like, damn, like, so where does that put me at as a Jamaican young man that give a fuck about Black American cause and Black American like and want to be a part of the fight for it? And you know what you told me? You
What
remember
I
what you told me?
what did I tell you?
You told me to get my tether ass the fuck out of there because
You
I ain't
must
know what the fuck I'm talking about.
you must have said something slick. I wouldn't just say that if you
And this is again something that burns me up is that as a leader.
you must have been in there trolling or something. Cause I don't I people in this room, how many people we got in here? Y'all know I don't just go start clapping on cats. If you come at me genuine, I give a genuine answer. I don't get on people just because they're foreign. So you must have been in there trolling or saying something slick. That's
If I'm an accountable young man. If I did, I would have been honest with you. You Tariq Nasheed, bro. Again, I just told you how I figured out about you. So I'm not gonna come at you no kind of sideways. Cause again, even though you was going off of the rhetoric you was going off of, I just wanted to have a genuine conversation with you and figure out what was going on. But then again, you seen my flag and you started calling me a tether and shit, gang.
you
You
must have
feel me?
because I
And for you to sit here and say that it must have.
hold on. Family, how many people in y'all I'm in here every night. People in this room. Do I just go off on people? Have I ever gone off on somebody just because they had a foreign flag? Y'all listen to me every damn night. There's thousands of people listen to me every single day. You're not going to sit here and tell that. I don't just go off on people because they have a foreign flag. I'm very hospitable to people who are foreigners. I don't have a problem with them. The only time I start clapping on folks is if they come in with any form of disrespect, trolling, roasting, or whatever, then they're going to get it. So yeah, I did that. Whatever you saying is not true. You leaving some stuff out, and this
So
goes.
so
We're talking
so,
about.
so that's what I'm saying.
Hold on, accountability. Just like I was talking earlier, cats got to be accountable. Don't come in and act like you innocent, like you didn't do something. If I went at you, you must have done something. Now, if it was a few years ago, I don't remember. You must have done something. You understand what I'm saying?
You talking about accountability, and in the same token,
Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead, Doc.
all I was saying was, brother, is that you talking about accountability, and in that same breath, you saying that I must have did something.
Yep. Because what you're saying is not indicative of me. I just don't go off on people because they have a foreign flag. You make
So
yourself seem innocent.
so I came in here today to talk to you, and I made that shit up. You think that I just did that game?
Sir, it sounds like you did. It's
Okay.
yeah, because
So
that
you never called nobody a tether because they had a foreign flag before.
no, do that. You have to have done something for me to go off on you and start roasting you. You have to have done something. I just don't do that because you have a foreign flag. What you're saying is a goddamn lie. You're not going to, I know me and the people in here know me. I don't do that.
For
In
sure,
fact,
brother. I feel you.
no, in fact, I'm extremely hospitable with people when they come in here, even if they're foreigners, even when I'm kind of roasting on cats, I'm very hospitable about it. I welcome people from foreign places to come on in and let me know what's on their mind. I welcome those conversations. So I wouldn't just be get your tether ass out of here. You must have said something. You must have been in there trolling. You must have been doing something, sir. So you're not gonna sit here and tell me some shit where I know me and the people here.
I feel you, brother. I'll be the example in front of all these people, and I'll tell you where I apologize if your memory serves you as me trolling.
And again, you said this was back in about around COVID, so I don't remember. But the thing is, again, I don't have a problem with foreigners. None of us in here has a problem with foreigners. We do have a problem with people who try to undermine our lineage, which has been a problem.
Can
That's
I can I can I ask you? Do you think it would be if you don't remember, right? If you forgot, do you think maybe it's more responsible to say I don't remember that or I forgot versus you're telling somebody that they lying
no,
about something that you don't remember?
no, because it's not just that I don't remember. I know me. I just wouldn't go off on somebody because they had a foreign flag. I don't do that. I don't do that at all. The only time I snap on folks in here and roast them is if they're saying something slick or if they're trolling or if they're doing some weird stuff in the chat. But I just don't snap because I want people who are foreign to come on in here and talk to us. Let us know what's on your mind. So yeah, what you're saying, that's not true. I know it's not true. I didn't just throw you out of the room and go off on you simply because I saw you had a foreign flag. It's something else. There must have been something else. 100%, because I know how I get down. And I'm cool with Jamaicans. I do not have a problem with no Jamaicans. I go to Jamaica all the damn time. Jamaican cats look out for me. I'm real cool with Jamaicans. When I go,
100.
I got love for Jamaicans. One of my barbers, one of my good guys, my brother Jay, who's real good with my family and the whole shit. He's Jamaican. I ain't got no problem with no Jamaicans. A lot of love for Jamaicans.
For sure, brother. Well,
Jamaican,
I
yeah, shit. I just ate some goddamn curry chicken and some festival bread earlier. I ain't
well, shit, much love, brother. I ain't trying to, because I know there's probably other people that want to come over here and have a conversation with you, and I ain't trying to take up no more of your time. But I do want to say I appreciate you for, spreading the knowledge that you do spread that is conducive to our community
no
when you
doubt.
do it.
Much respect.
God bless you for that.
Thank you, brother. But listen, yeah, now y'all not gonna sit up and say we just we don't attack folks just because you got a damn flag. Listen. The thing is, a lot of folks are upset because the Pan African thing is kind of that shit is fizzled out. Let's be real. A lot of people are upset because the Pan African thing has fizzled. You understand? That has fizzled, justifiably so. And a lot of people are kind of upset with us about us kind of abandoning the Pan-African thing because they always come to us, well, y'all, a few years ago, y'all were talking about Pan-Africanism. Y'all were talking about Africa. You had made hidden color. You were talking about Africa. We don't have a problem with Africa. The problem is we're shifting our priority to our lineage, justifiably. Why? Number one, Pan-Africanism, it just has not been reciprocated. We have a couple of people who are riders, but hell, despite foundational Black Americans historically embracing Caribbeans and Africans and all these other people in communities, they've not shown the same level of solidarity. Come on now, let's just tell the truth. African and Caribbean immigrants, man, they come over here and they start prioritizing their own ethnic and national identities. You prioritize your own joint. Shit, you do. Y'all come over and you have your Caribbean Day Parade, Puerto Rican Day Parade, this day parade, which is fine. Okay, that's fine. And look, we foundational Black Americans, we have a unique ethnogenesis, just like Jamaicans, just like Haitians, just like Nigerians. They recognize their own distinct identities. Foundational Black Americans, we have our own lineage, our own history, our own cultural development that is separate from Africa and the Caribbean family. Okay, can we all just acknowledge that? Because you guys have cultures that's separate from foundational Black Americans. That's great. I don't take credit for jerk chicken and curry chicken. Again, I had some earlier, it was good. We don't take credit for it. You shouldn't take credit for our soul food. We have a distinct culture that is unique and separate from your culture. It only gets divisive when we acknowledge our culture is different too. You can acknowledge the differences in your culture, and we're supposed to respect it, and we do. And the minute we say, okay, we got our music, no. Hip hop was from us too, nigga. Yeah, okay. Then everybody has to claim jump our joints. See, this is where the problem is. We're not supposed to acknowledge our culture independent of Africans and the Caribbeans. You see, that's a problem. We're called divisive when we do it. That's a problem. You see? And let's be real, this Pan-African thing, it brings over a lot of non-FBA immigrants to come over here to pursue their own best interest, independent of us. You see? And let's truth be told, Africa, they don't really recognize foundational Black Americans as their own. They don't. Those African nations don't really offer citizenship or automatic rights to foundational Black Americans, despite all that Pan African rhetoric in Ghana. Them too, they got that right to abode, and we got to go over there dropping off all types of money. And then they open it up for everybody because they sit up and talk about all the Black folks who can get quote unquote citizenship. They were sitting over there letting East Indians, Palestinians, and Middle Eastern, they let everybody go over there and get quote citizenship, quote unquote, quote unquote. You see? Meanwhile, foundational Black Americans, we've always supported African causes, from fighting apartheid to donating to African nations in times of crisis. And there's just been a lack of reciprocity. And that just made us say, hey, you know what? All right, let's focus on what we got going on. Hell, we done sat up here and thrown money and thrown resources and time and energy at these nations over here. We're going to focus on our stuff. Yeah. So we got to just be very real about it. Let me get Robbie Blue in here. Well, first, before I get Rob, let me get Stunner. Stunner, hop on in, beloved. Let's get Stunner in here. She's been waiting for a minute. Stunner, hop in. All right, Stunner. Okay, hold on. This is somebody trying to promote their damn OnlyFans. Okay, listen, women, ladies. Okay, let's not start this. Ladies, let's not start this. Okay, let me take her down. She's trying to promote her OnlyFans. Hold on. Y'all don't come in here. We're trying to have a discussion and y'all raise your hand to get up here and you got your damn titties out and a dildo in your ass. Ladies, come on now. All right, let me get you out of here. Y'all ain't here trying to get customers. Right? And what y'all need to do is get some lotion because some of your titties are very ashy. Stunner, your titties are ashy. Before you get some customers, cocoa butter them titties down. Let me get Robbie in here. Robbie, hop in, brother. Brother Robbie, hop in, sir. Yes, sir. How are you?
Oh, it's pretty interesting, and I'm gonna make sure I use codified language.
Yeah.
So when I use the word rap, you know what I mean.
Oh,
I think the only difference between a rap and a tether is one thing. At least a rap is homegrown, and they're not hypocritical. They'll go out of their way to separate themselves from foundational Black American culture so they can get goodies for themselves. If you are a person who isn't a hypocrite, you're not a tether. We've never been, Black folks have never had contempt for other people in the diaspora. And initially, when we were talking about immigration, we weren't even talking about Africans. We were talking about Mexicans, white people here that come here illegally, these Asians, like other people who were outwardly, practicing anti-Black racism and trying to, get democratic goodies. These people outed themselves because we started talking about reparations, we start talking about immigration, and what it is they could no longer disguise their contempt. So the insidious thing about being a tether is you want to use Black people as camouflage, but then you want to have contempt. To me, that makes you a freeloader.
mm,
You know how you can have somebody who lives at your house, they don't really respect you. It could be a stepchild or a friend. Like the only reason you're letting this person in is because somebody else co-signed. But then after a while, when you start putting two together, you be like, the devil, Judas is at my dinner table.
mm.
I'm not Jesus. I'm not here to wash your feet. And I ain't taking nails in my hand. That's what they want. They want us to be
Ah,
the Martin Luther King sacrifice. They want us to do all the dirty work, and then they can hide behind maybe people in the diaspora that don't have contempt. But in reality, the main reason why the hit dog always holler, because they're like, if these niggas get uh reparations, the delineation means they no longer can be a hypocrite and they no longer can take advantage of our kindness. And the only other reason why they get upset about immigration is because deep down inside, they know that they try to deny white supremacy. And they know, white supremacy may practice discriminating against, uh melanated immigrants. So
mm.
it's like if you're a hypocrite and you're not authentic, you're the only person who's going to play this 3D chess and pretend like what you're saying is trigonometry. What it really boils down to is they don't like the fact that you highlighted that they're a freeloading hypocrite. This has nothing to do with people in the diaspora. It's just the fact that you're lower than a rat. Because at least a rat doesn't try to pretend to be a hypocrite. We know exactly, like you say, who our are. But when you blend in and you act like you're Judas, that means you will sell us out for 30 pieces of silver. In this case, 30 scoops of Jollof. And I'll land my plane.
Man, thank you so much. Man, yeah, you know what? The thing is, man, a lot of folks, these people are upset that we ain't really pushing that Pan-African thing because now there is no good PR for Africa no more. because we've been the PR firm for Africa. We have been the ones propping Africa up. It's been foundational Black Americans propping up Africa and the Caribbean, to be honest. That's why they always talk about hidden colors and all the pride they felt and all. Yes. Hell, I did 1804. Nobody was putting movies like that together. I put over $1 million in a movie about Haiti's history, because I thought it was an important history. Because a lot of these folks don't give a damn about their homelands. They don't give a damn about the history of nothing. So we were the ones propping this stuff up. Now that we saw how vitriolic the people are towards us, we're like, all right, we'll let you do you. And they're like, oh shit. Oh, hold on, nigga. Because they'll talk a good game, but nobody hates Africa more than African immigrants over here. Nobody. They talk about us hating Africa. If we don't want to prop Africa up, oh, you niggas hit the motherland. You're the one who ran from the motherland and never looked back. You understand? There was a dude on Twitter that we retweeted, some Nigerian dude, and he was trying to take a shot at us. He was like, thank God I'm from Nigeria. I know exactly where and who my ancestors are, and my last name is mine, not some slave master's. There's something beyond valuable about knowing where you came from. I suggest you do your research. It'll give you an unmatched confidence in self. This Negro tweeted that from Nebraska. That Negro is sitting his musty ass over here while he's tweeting that bullshit. And then we gently let him know, brother, y'all didn't get last names over there until the damn 1880s. You didn't get last names until the damn British colonized your ass. Y'all didn't even have last names. This is why you better know some history. When they start doing that damn tether babble, shut that bullshit down. They didn't have no last names over there until the British said, okay, all y'all niggas look alike and all your name is Umdugu. So you Umdugu Jones, Umdugu Jenkins, Umdugu Boyoga. They started making them get last names based on like your father's name. So if your dad's name is Boye, so you Umdugo Boye, son of Boye. Whatever your tribe is, Umdugo Ashante. So the British went over there and made them get names because they needed to do a census count. They needed to do record keeping of the people. They need to keep track of everybody. They need to put folks in schools. So they said, okay, well, y'all Negroes need some last names. Just give me a damn lab, make up some shit, and we'll enroll you in school, nigga, and give you a bowl of Jollof. It was that. So don't let them run around here with that, oh, my strong last name. Nigga, you just got them damn last names. You're a new booty. You just got them. And you got them because the British made you get them. You understand? The British made you get them. You better know some damn history here. And look, here's the thing. Let me keep it a bean about Pan-Africanism. Let's be real. The reason why we have kind of started focusing on our lineage, Pan-Africanism has been weaponized against us. You understand what I'm saying? I want y'all to feel me. When we look at it, Pan-Africanism was used as a damn weapon against us. See, what they would do, they would use Pan-Africanism to really guilt trip foundational Black Americans into prioritizing everybody else's struggles. We were always told, hey, man, um, everybody, people of color, they have African lineage, so we're all in this together. So foundational Black Americans, you need to help fight for the interests of all Black people globally, Palestinians too, because they got a little African in them, um, um, Puerto Ricans, Hispanic, they got a little African in them, so you got to fight for everybody. While all of these other nations and these immigrants, they prioritize their own national and tribal groups. So we sat up here giving all of our resources and energy to movements that simply never reciprocated. They don't reciprocate, despite what they're saying. Now, the Mexicans, they keep trying to talk about how they fought slavery. That's their little talking point. They keep talking about how we need to jump in front of the bullet for them because, yeah, Mexico allowed slaves to come down there. Well, no, they better tell the whole truth. And I done broke that down many times. The slaves they were talking about were in Texas for the most part, and they were going into deeper down into Mexico. But the thing is, Texas was a part of Mexico at the time. And they forced Texas, the white supremacists made them allow Texas to be a slave territory, even though it was a part of Mexico. So you're not going to allow slavery and then sit up here and give props for black folks going deeper into Mexico where the slavery was not allowed because of Vicente Guerrero, and then pop your collars if you're doing something fly. No, Texas made a little special deal. Well, Mexico allowed Texas to be a slave territory. And then the slaves just went down deeper into Mexico. So, yeah, that's nothing you can really pop your collar to. And plus, like I said, they were using the Black Seminoles as the military arm to protect the border of Mexico. So they cut a deal with them. So it wasn't these poor little scared, downtrodden slaves. No, they requested for the Black Seminoles to come down there because the Black Seminoles had just whooped on the U.S. government and whooped on some Native American tribes who was trying to put them in slavery. So they said, okay, we're going to give you sovereignty if you protect this border because our border is weak. So let's put all that stuff in context. But like I said, again, with Pan-Africanism, it's been weaponized against us, man. They use Pan-Africanism to dismiss the uniqueness of foundational Black Americans' oppression and our struggle. See, when foundational Black Americans, when we start advocating for reparations and policies specific for us, the Pan Africans, what do? They come in talking about, well, damn it, all Black people be suffering. If you black, no, if a cop pulled you over, he ain't gonna know if I'm in Ugandan, Nigerian, Jamaican. So we all need to get some reparations. So damn, it turns into a thing where it undermines our reparations claim and our justice claim. It always turns into something that kicks us in the ass. Also, it's the Pan-Africanism has been weaponized against us and used to justify flooding the US with a bunch of melanated immigrants who undermine our interests. Under the guise of Pan-African unity, they have mass immigration policies that come in and they bring these people in large numbers who look down on us, who get over here and then tell each other, stay away from the Akata, stay away from those Yanks. You dig? And then now we see with this Doge thing, all of these resources that folks were secretly getting too. Yeah. While they're still maintaining their own distinct ethnic identities. Yeah. They go set up a little ethnic enclave and keep us out of their little ethnic enclaves. Yeah. Let's keep that thing a being. That's how they try to get us to support immigration. Even now, they still try to do it now. When we say, hey, look, this immigration thing, that's not our fight. We ain't really hopping on the banner for that whole immigration thing. And then they'll say, well, there's some Black immigrants too. And the hell does that mean? Well, that's supposed to shame us into jumping up? Hell no. No, no, no. We didn't. No, 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 no. You know who messed that up? All of the tethers who would come in the clubhouse, come in these spaces talking all that shit. You had these melanated immigrants who's supposed to be Black talking cash shit about us. You know who messed that up for y'all? Melanated immigrants like Myron Gaines and his ilk. No, y'all not gonna sit up here talking about, ooh, we gotta jump up for a Black immigrant or immigrants are Black too, when y'all got Myron, the pickle nose Gaines, sitting around here doing what he does. No, no, no. Y'all not gonna act like he's not a thing and his ilk. No, no, no. Those are the people y'all need to blame for y'all folks getting deported and us not supporting them. That right there, we done sat up here and let the Myron Gaines of the world come over here and just denigrate us. Women go up to their show, they jumping on sisters, and man, get the hell out of here. I wish I would lift a finger out of y'all mind. Yeah, we good. We're good. And I want y'all to notice something, because here's the thing. Notice some of these melanated immigrants, they don't really denigrate or criticize Myron Gaines. Y'all notice that? They don't really denounce some of his actions. They look at him as a fellow immigrant, and they share the same views as that dude. A lot of them, they share the same views as that dude. Let's be real. Not all of you, but hell, a significant number. But like I said, man, Pan-Africanism, that's been weaponized against us, man, because that's been used to silence our foundational Black American identity, man. When we assert our unique identity, they start talking about, well, you niggas are divisive, you're anti-Black. Nobody tells Nigerians to stop being Nigerian. Nobody tells Haitians to stop identifying as being Haitian. It's only us. We're forced to be generic Negroes. We're forced to be some generic ass Africans. We can't separate ourselves and define our own lineage and recognize our own lineage. We got to be some goddamn generic ass Africans, which we're not. We're not generic Africans. We have forged a long, deep rooted ethnic and cultural identity. Our identity as foundational Black Americans is longer and deeper than most of those identities in these African nations. I'm going to say that again. Our identity is longer and deeper than the ethnic identities in many of those African nations. Those African nations are relatively new. They've been remixed a million times. I'm not trying to denigrate Africa, but we're just going to get some straightening, because cats ain't going to come around here acting like we don't know history. You're not going to come over here acting like you got some deep rooted damn history that's documented. No, you don't. Y'all been flipped, remixed. Them countries don't exist. Where's that doctor? What's that guy who calls here all the time? That loud dude. Because somebody was pointing out, like, Nigeria was named by Flora Shaw. It's named by a white woman, and he was up here trying to explain. Oh no, nigga, the name Nigeria is for the Niger River. It has been around for a long time. That name has been around, and it's a no, dude, you explaining. Okay, that area wasn't called no Nigeria. There was no such thing as Nigeria until the British came and then said, okay, all y'all Negroes over here from that little kingdom, from that tribe, from that little area. There were about 5 or 6 different areas over there. Benin, Eredo, just a whole bunch of different little tribal areas. There was no such thing as Nigeria. To the white supremacists went over there and said, hey, y'all niggas about to be something called Nigerian. And that's what it is. So bring your little Black asses over here. So we're gonna carve a little circle here, and boom, there you are. You're Nigerians. We're gonna name this area after that river where y'all Negroes drink. And we're going to call it Nigeria. And whatever little tribe you're from, just bring your little asses over here. Those tribes over there stay on that side, because France got that part of the area. So yeah, you guys are going to be speaking French over there, but we're going to teach you little ashy Negroes English. So let's get some of that shea butter on you and come on over here in this schoolhouse. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not saying that to be vitriolic or to demonize, but that's what it was. But again, the thing is, Pan-Africanism has been used as a weapon against us, primarily because what it also does, it prevents us from holding some of these tether classes accountable. You see, when we start calling out some of the anti-FBA actions from certain African and Caribbean immigrants, they start talking about, oh, we're supposed to be together, nigga. You're not supposed to criticize me. Pan-Africanism, Marcus Garvey. They start talking all that shit. No, 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 no. Because see, those same groups, they feel free to openly criticize us. Yeah, nobody slaps them with the Pan-African ruler when they're calling us Akatas and Jarirs and Abids and all of these negative names. They call us all types of names. They sit up and say we got to stay away from them all day, and nobody slaps them with the Pan-African ruler. But the minute we say, hey, wait a minute, we don't really want this person coming at the reparations meeting talking about we don't need reparations because he's not even from the lineage. What is this is divisive, nigga. We're supposed to be all in this together. No, I don't want to hear all of that Easter speech shit. If people are off code, you're going to get called out. They try to use Pan-Africanism as a weapon to stop us from calling out and we're just not going to stop. People are being called out genuinely for real janky ass behavior. That's what it is.